Yo, what's good? This is Fury Warrior Phase 3 BIS List, Trial of the Crusader. This is only going to cover heroic mode stuff. No 10 man bullshit. No normal mode. There would be some normal mode gear here for BIS, but you can't do heroic and normal mode in the same lockout, so it's not happening. That's not happening. Now, we're going to start off with our helmet. We're going to use a tier helmet. There's multiple item levels of the tier helmet we can use. I believe there's a 232, a 245, and a 258 of the tier. There's various ways you can get them. One from badges, one from 10 man, and then one from 25 man. 258 being the 25 man. Peace. Now for our neck, we're going to use Charge of the Erudite from Lord Draxus. Now, there is another neck that comes quite close. Collar of Ceaseless Torment, which I believe is from 10 man. I know I said I wouldn't cover 10, but if you can't get this Agi neck, now there is two, however, they're the same item. But one is Horde and one is Alliance. Now, which one is which? I don't know. I think this one is Horde, and you should play Horde because Zerk Beast. So yeah, that's gonna be our beast neck. And for our shoulders, we're gonna use tier shoulders once again to get the 4-piece bonus. Nothing simple there. And if you notice the jamming, I'll explain that later. Huge item, the face. The biggest item, arguably, most contested, sorry. This cloak comes from the champion chest, I believe it's called. From not wiping once. Now, it sounds hard, but I believe it's gonna be very easy to get. Maybe not week 1, but yeah. Now, this cloak comes in a variety of cloaks. I believe a strength one, a agi one, a caster one, and then maybe a healer cloak or a tanking cloak. This is going to be very contested. The strength one is not BIS for us, however the agi one is, and this cloak is going to be BIS game in my opinion and most people's opinion. Sure, maybe you can use one of these somehow, but you want this cloak very ASAP. You want this cloak whenever you can get it, like whenever. That's perfectly started for Fury. Perfect. There is no haste, which is a good stat. Huge socket bonus, red socket, armor pen crit, attack power, agility, which is crit. Perfect. Get this item. I believe the chest drops 1 out of 4 cloaks, so it's not like the Algalon quest item to where you gotta turn in the quest item. It's gonna be even more contested, so you should eventually get this if you're in a decent raid team with no fucking monkeys. For the chest, we're gonna use the tier chest once again. Very good chest. For our braces, I'm gonna use braces of the Silent Massacre. I believe these drop from the PvP boss, whatever that's called. Faction champions. Yep, we'll use a male. So it is what it is. There is multiple combinations you can do. I will get onto that further on. For our weapons, Dual Blade Butcher. This drops from faction champions, I believe. Yeah, faction champions, I believe. This is not unique, so we're gonna run to basically just a better version of Voldrathar. and an axe, which is very good. I'll get onto that later, why that's good. The next item, Death's Head crossbow. I don't know if hunters use this, but if they do, they should get it first. Very good. Not the biggest deal if you don't get this. It's a bow. It's fucking one of frog gloves. This is going to be the item we use to break our set bonus. This is going to be our off piece. These are, if you've seen the gloves from the WOTLK Conquest vendor, these are very similar, but a high item level, and they are perfectly satin. Like, very good. If you notice, I'm ignoring all the socket bonuses just because I don't believe they're worth. Like, we are going for full armor pen, which I will get onto that later. Another male item here, Waistguard of Deathly Dominion. Not sure which boss this drops from. WOTLK drops from. Yeah, okay. I don't know. Maybe. I have no idea. Doesn't say. Maybe Faction Champions. It doesn't say. Okay, now there's another option we can do. You can run this belt and these boots, these plate boots, and they will sim. However, I suggest you use like 10,000 iterations to 15,000 minimum for more accurate results. But for the purpose of the video, we ain't fucking doing that. Hell no. That shit gonna take too long. You can download the sim and run it off your own CPU, but fuck, they can't afford it. Okay. Now we can run this belt, Bloodbath belt, which is plate, so it's gonna be less contested. I'm guessing DKs are gonna want that. And then we can run these boots. In our braces, we're going to swap our gem. So we usually would use a 10 strength, 10 hit rating gem. And the boots have a bit more hit rating, so we can swap this for a fractured. I'm not sure if it's worth. No, that's not worth matching that sort of bonus. And as you can see, it's very, very close. Like, it's gonna sometimes be better and sometimes be worse, but these are leather boots, and most likely a lot of classes are gonna want them. Rogue, Feral Druid, Hunter, I'm guessing. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, if we can get plate, I will take plate. That's fine. So that's gonna be our best belt. And for the pants, we're gonna use the tier pants. Now, these are not good sets. Well, they are in our set. Crit, expertise. Expertise usually is a big fucking no-no on the gear, because usually we have way too much. Every bit of gear with expertise is usually like, we don't need it. And the ability to gem expertise just makes expertise a lot less appealing on gear. But these work perfectly in our set, so they're going to be this. Like, again, I'm not sure if that set bonus is worth matching. You can decide that, but I'm going to be going for full armor pen at this point, so I'm not going to be matching that. Our boots, Greaves of the 7th Legion, as discussed just before. These are going to be our optimal, our ideal BIS boots. Like I said, we can go for leather ones or even male boots. There is male boots, but I would not roll on these. Like I would go for these. Yeah, these boots are the Algalon boots are very. I won't say they're close, but they're not bad. 252, as you can see, the strength. They're not bad. They're not bad at all. But Greaves of the 7th Legion are what we want. Not sure what boss they drop off. Wowhead doesn't fucking work. Brand signet ring for our ring. This again. Now I know a lot of lists reckon Band of the Violent Temperament is BIS, but it is not. It is not. Brand signet ring and ring of Callous Aggression. These two, whatever one is for your faction, is BIS. But if no one needed this ring, I would have no problem taking this ring instead of that one. If it came down to it, for example, in my raid, a lot of people still need the leather braces from Algalon, including myself. But I think one other person needs the Bedlam plate braces, and I'd have no problem taking the plate braces until everyone gets the leather ones, just because that's very, very close. And some people can't use strength. So if for whatever reason it comes down to it, you can use this ring. Not the biggest of a deal, but your best is going to be the agility 258 ring. Now trinkets. Okay, Death's Choice is unarguably the best trinket. This drops from Twin Valkyries, I think it is. Usually we would run Death's Choice and Death's Choice again from normal mode. However, you cannot in Wrath of the Lich King Classic. No, which is kind of, that's both good and bad, because we can't do normal and heroic in the same lockout, so having to do normal would just be a complete grief. And if you're raiding with the guild, good luck trying to get that sorted. So our second trinket now, I'll get into it. There's going to be 2 setups you can use. However, in full BIS, in full T9 BIS, Comet Trail is going to be your BIS. I know a lot of lists and a lot of people say Comet Trail is not BIS, but I will get onto it. Now we're going to be jamming full armor pen, including for our 1 gem here for expertise and our hit rating gem here. We are also going to be using armor pen food. Now this would bring us to 80% armor pen. Pretty fucking good. We're getting there, we're fucking getting there. However, Fury is still middle of the pack to low middle of the pack next phase. However, Warcraft logs may allow cleaving on some fights, which will give us a favor. We don't know yet. Well, I think they have posted in their Discord the rules next phase on what will count, what won't, but I can't be fucking reading all that. I ain't reading all that. Okay, so on a 3-minute fight, we will sim Comet's Trail. Now again, you want to use more than 5,000, but I don't got time for that. Okay, now the second option, and this is most likely what you are gonna use for a long time until you get enough armor pen to make it worth switch. Yeah, so our other option is to use Mjolnir Runestone and the Strength Ring instead of Brand Signet Ring. So we're at 652 armor pen, which the cap is 649 with Runestone proc. We will sim this. As you can see, it's very close. Maybe better or worse on some fights. However, taking this ring when it is not your ideal BIS is a bit of a grief, and I wouldn't advise that. You can still use this ring. There is some 10-man rings, but we're not going to get into 10-man. In 10-man, you get what you fucking can get. Like, I still need the Vesex cloak from 10-man. It's week 13, and I still don't have it. I wouldn't look at 10-man. It is just fucking whatever. Get what you get. It's fucking bullshit. Fucking hate 10-man. So you can use this ring, and it's okay. It's okay. But yeah, we're still going to be using armor pen food in that build. However, you can switch to strength food, and we'll be at 649. And you can use signet ring instead of the strength ring, and it's going to be, again, it's very close. It's very close. However, you are relying on Mjolnir Rinson for your burst, and if you know this trinket, sometimes it just doesn't proc, and it doesn't proc on time. You may proc it unreliably at the wrong time, and it just, I don't like relying on the trinket. So we're going to use Comet Trail. You can use Dark Matter. It's not going to be as good. And the reason why we use Comet Trail is because haste. Now, I know haste is not a good stat for it. We have 4% haste in BIS, which is nothing. It's not, haste isn't bad. It's just not a priority for us. And it just doesn't happen to be in any of our gear, and we just don't gem it. But the reason for this is the better our gear gets, the better haste becomes, because the more frequent we hit, the more damage we are doing, because the better gear we have. Whereas earlier phases, haste, this phase in Ulduar, Comet Trail is very minor over Dark Mooncar greatness. And by very minor, I mean 100 DPS take or give, which is a lot, but in comparison to, for example, Unholy Death Knight, Combat Rogue, etc. I still don't have this trinket, and probably not going to get it for a while, which is okay. I prefer the Rogues. Unholy Death Knights to get it. I'm not going to take it off them. Don't want it. I will get this eventually. We just want this for next phase. I'm personally most likely going to be using Mjolnir Runestone until I can get enough gear to where jamming armor pen becomes worth it. And I advise you do the same. Okay. So now we're going to go on to race. Now this becomes very situation. The first boss in Trial of the Crusader is a beast, the Beast of Northrend, and Troll does have a 5% increased damage on beasts, which, yeah, that is fucking crazy. 5% increased damage. Yeah, okay. So Troll may overtake for overall DPS. I'm not sure. Overall, I haven't worked that out, but on a 3-minute fight, we can go Orc, we'll sim this. Now, there is multiple lists and few reputable warriors that claim Troll is BIS for the rest of the game. I personally do not agree with that. Such as people like, I think, Alando and a few other people I'm forgetting the name of. Now, the reason for this is we are actually making use of the expertise from Axis this phase, so Orc becomes a lot more valuable. Sorry. And now we will sim Troll. Troll something. As you can see, Troll sims worse. However, on a 3-minute fight, a 2-minute fight, on a 2-minute fight, we will compare. Now the fight length in Trial of the Crusader, I can't comment on that yet. I'm not sure. Is it going to be 2 minutes? 3, 4? I like to estimate 3. 3 is a good number. I advise you based off 3 minutes too. Now for 2-minute fight. It is very close. Troll probably being better. Now, which race is going to be better at the start? Troll is going to be your best race until you can get these axes. Troll may be best for overall DPS, but fight to fight, in my opinion, Orc is going to be your best race in a full BIS setup, and I will be switching back to Orc next phase from Troll, and I advise you do the same in a full BIS setup, that is. However, race is a very personal opinion thing. You can play what you want. Race doesn't matter too much. We're talking 100 DPS. 100 DPS is very minor. Being Troll, being Orc from Undead or Tauren isn't gonna make you. You're most likely not gonna notice it. It's a lot more goes into it than race. But in a full BIS setup, Orc's gonna be a BIS race with Troll being very, very close, and BIS for any base fight. Now we will get into some other sets that people have put online. This set was taken from Orlando's Twitch. Credits to him. Great player. He believes Troll is going to be the best race. We were seeing this on a 3-minute fight. As you can see, the hit rating is... I'm not sure if he's updated this, but this was taken from his Twitch chat the day of recording this, !T9, and I took this. Okay, now I'll compare my list. I don't know why it's being so slow. There's all this shit. I wouldn't fucking bother. Like, fuck it. Just do the shit that's gonna make sense. Like, you're gonna use all these. Bloodthirst, main GCD. I personally prior Slam over Bloodthirst, just because overlapping. If I Bloodthirst when I already have a Slam proc and I get a new one, that's a wasted Slam proc. However, using Bloodthirst sims are, but I would recommend prioing Slam. Now for this, use Overpower. It's a DPS loss. Don't anyone overpower weaving. No, it is a DPS loss. There is no chance you're gonna have a free GCD to switch to the battle stance and use Overpower with enough rage to still heroic strike. Most of the time you're gonna end up raged up and you're gonna miss. Just no, do not overpower weave. Rend weave is enough. So forget about overpowering weave at this point in time. Do not do it. We're gonna use rend, obviously. We're gonna talk Glyphs quickly. Whirlwind, heroic strike, and rending for our talents. You can spec out a rampage and spec into 5 points on Brighter Wrath, but I don't like to rely on someone else for 5% crit. It doesn't feel good. So I spec into rampage as well if my Feral Druid dies. Yeah. This is going to be our talents and our Glyphs. Whirlwind, heroic strike, and rending. Now for cleaving fights, 3 target. you're gonna swap out. You're gonna swap rending for cleaving. A lot of people will swap heroic strike, but when you're cleaving, you're not gonna be rending. You're not gonna have enough rage to switch stances and cleave, so I would swap out rending for cleaving. Now we'll get back to our set. So we previously simmed another phase 3 BIS list, and now I compare it to mine. Yeah. So that's basically going to be it. Comments trail, get it while you can. You don't. Personally, I do not want to be doing all dua to get items next phase. I've had enough. We're going to be doing all dua long enough to where you're not going to want to go back to that place. So get comments trail for next phase. You want to have it, so you don't have to go back to Ulua. You don't want to gearing up to Trial the Crusader and being like, oh, wait, I need Commerce Trail. Shit, like, that's bad luck. You want this. It's basically says, hopefully you're killing Algalon every week to where it's going to be dropping, and it's going to be your turn soon. But yeah. However, I'm not sure on what Blizzard is going to do about tier drop rates and badges and whatnot, because we cannot do heroic and normal, which you were able to do in the past. So it may be easy to gear, and there may be different ways to get your tier. We're not sure yet. If there's any updates, I will try and update the comments or whatnot. But yeah, that's about it. Jamming armor pen this phase. No. But yeah, unfortunately, we are still going to be middle of the pack, low middle of the pack in most cases. But in some cases, like in Ulduar, we can perform pretty good. We gain around 1800 DPS, 1900 this phase from full Ulduar BIS, which is a lot. Going from 213 gear and 226 weapons in Axe to 252 weapons and gear in Ulduar was around a 2500 DPS increase. That is a giant item level gap. 213 gear to 252. And we're going in Trial of the Crusader from 252 to 258, and it being around an 1800 DPS increase. Pretty good. However, it's not enough. The time will come in ICC where you will unfortunately still be not that good until you get a lot of gear and full BIS. Then you'll be top 3, and with Shadow 1 you're gonna be taken over with Shadow if you're lucky enough to get that. And if you are, I'm jealous of you. But yeah, that's gonna be it. If you have any questions, any feedback, anything you think I could change, put in the comments, and I'll try my best to respond. Well, yeah, I will respond. So yeah, if I make any updated lists, I will post it in the comments. I will put an 80 upgrades link, or I will put the sim link in the description for you to mess around with if you feel you want to make some changes. But yeah, thanks for watching, and good luck next phase on gear. Some fucking big damage. Copium. Peace, till next time.